Ryan Clark joins us now. And Ryan, the other team didn't practice all week. You're at home, Pittsburgh. This is what happens. Ryan, how do you account for what happened?
How you account for it is you're not physical up front. You can't run the football. You have a 38-year-old quarterback that you drop back over 50 times or at least over 40 times a game during the regular season, and he drops back tonight an enormous amount. Now you have tip balls. When your quarterback led the league in tip ball, because you play a small ball game up front, those could give you 3 interceptions. You snap the ball over the quarterback's head to start the game. This was a team that didn't look prepared. This was a team that didn't look like it was composed, didn't look like they were poised. They looked like the Cleveland Browns of old. And when you do that, you can't win playoff games. When you get down 28, when you don't perform at home, and when you don't finish out the season in the way that you should, you put yourself in positions to lose. This wasn't the best team in the AFC North, and it's showing now because the other 2 teams that are in the playoffs, they're moving on to the next round.
I just mentioned Big Ben, and who knows what his future will be. I'm not asking you about him. I'm asking you about the Steelers' offense. As it was constructed in the last couple months of this season, you can't win a playoff game like this. I don't know how many regular season games you can win playing football like this. What do you make of sort of what they were at the end?
You absolutely can't. And you know what, SVP, I don't want to speculate on Ben either, but when you see that emotion on the sideline, when you see kind of that understanding of this could be the last one, or it could have been he understood how much of a part he played in this loss, that's difficult for you to handle. That's difficult for you to take, so you don't know how that motivates you in the offseason. But look at this offense, Scott. They're old up front. What used to be a positive, what used to be a strength of this team, which is the offensive line, is no longer, so you have to retool and revamp that. You have Juju Smith-Schuster and other athletes on the outside that will be coming up for contracts. Can you pay those guys with Ben Roethlisberger looming $51 million over the cap? And you have to get a runner. When the Pittsburgh Steelers are good on offense, they get runners. They have runners. They can dominate you physically. This offense can't do that anymore. I think it's time for a total rebuild and revamp of the Pittsburgh Steelers offense.
Well, the time to do it has arrived quicker than they hoped it might. Meanwhile, Cleveland continues. And I never, ever in sports, Ryan, believe a team has nothing to lose. They have the same thing to lose as Kansas City, and that's a playoff game, a chance to win a title. But I do wonder how Cleveland arrives off of this performance in as loosey-goosey a spot as you can be, to just let it rip and see where it lands. Yeah. How do you assess where they are right now?
SVP, who other than people that live in Cleveland, and only the delusional people that live in Cleveland, are going to put money on the Cleveland Browns next week to beat the Kansas City Chiefs? Nobody. So what do you have to lose? It's time to go out and play like that. Play like you're a team that hasn't won a playoff game in over 20 years. Play like you're a team that hadn't been in the playoff in 18 years. And you just beat the monsters of the AFC North. You just beat the team that has dominated you for years, the big brother. Right now, Baker Mayfield has shown that he's the quarterback of the future for this team. Kevin Stefanski, even from his basement, has let the world know that the Cleveland Browns finally have a coach. Go out, have fun, live dangerously, as Baker Mayfield would say, and try to win you a football game. Because no matter what, this season was a success.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.